Hey everybody, I just wanted to share some information with you today. Wanted to talk about starting a business or creating a revenue stream. And I talk to a lot of people, and a lot of people really think that starting a business is so easy and it's just cut and dry. But the truth of the matter is, when you start a business or you're trying to build something that's going to generate you passive income, you put a lot of work into it, and there is a lot of sacrifice. It's kind of like raising a child. When your child's born, it can't walk on its own. It can't do anything. You have to feed it. You have to nurture it. You have to take care of it. And as that child grows and gets stronger from your sacrifice, your work, now it's crawling on its own, then it's walking on its own, then it's running on its own. And over time, as you build your business, it'll be able to run on its own, and you won't have to think about it anymore. You'll know that the business is self-reliant, and now it becomes a passive income stream, depending on the business. Some businesses, you got to hold hand in hand, and you got to work and work and work to the rest of your life to keep that business going based on the way you set that business up. Other businesses, you can put people in place, and you can trust those people to manage the business, run the business, work the business, and you receive your percentage of money every month. So if you're not willing to put in the work, if you're not willing to sacrifice and go, sometimes you might go weeks, sometimes you might go months building a business and making absolutely no money, just putting more money in, putting more money in, putting more money in to build it to where it needs to be. And if you're not willing to do that sacrifice, then being an entrepreneur isn't really right for you. So what I tell people is, if you want to build a business, you want to create that passive income, you want to be your own person, your own boss, and so forth, think through what you want to do and determine, is it going to be a major sacrifice? Is it going to take a long time? Do I have enough funds to take and go that long, working that hard without generating any funds? Will I be able to pay my bills? There's a lot of questions you got to ask yourself. Do I have the time restraints to do this? If you don't have the time, if you don't have the funds, if you don't have the means to start that business, then you need to do something else to generate income while you work on building your business. Or you need to figure out a different business to start that's going to be something that you're capable of doing, that you have the time restraints, that you have the finances, and you have the ability to build. Some businesses you can build overnight, other businesses can take years. So it just depends on the business model you want, and it depends on the type of return on investment you want. The bigger your investment, the harder the work, isn't always necessarily going to get you the most return. So you really have to think through what it is that you're trying to achieve, and make sure you're not overstepping your capabilities, your energy levels, your finances, your time restraints. There's a lot to think about in starting a business. I don't know if this helps anybody, but definitely think through what you're going to do before you do it. Don't give up when it's hard. Because when you look at your business model, you say, okay, this is my business model. If I do this, and this, I'm going to get to here. And at that point, I'm not going to have to worry about money anymore, because I'm going to be generating enough income that it'll be worth the work. It'll be worth the weight and all the energy you put into it. I work with some different individuals that build businesses for a living. They literally build a business every 3 years, and as they build their business, they turn around and sell that business, and they make millions of dollars off of selling the business. Then there's other individuals that I know, they build businesses to flip businesses, and they'll make 50 to 100,000 to whatever amount of money building a business, getting it up and running, and then they sell it to somebody who doesn't want to put in the energy, that doesn't want to put in the time to build their own business. So it's very possible to make large amounts of money building businesses, selling businesses, and it's very possible to be your own boss, if you will, and own your own company and be an entrepreneur and be very successful in today's world. There's so many opportunities, there's so many ways to generate revenue. And I think one of the keys to figuring out what's the best way for you is to really look at what you have as a skill set. When you look at what you have as a skill set, you can determine what you're capable of. If you're not capable of anything in your mind, then what you can do is you can look up on the internet. You can use Google as your friend, and you can say, Google, what are the most or the easiest businesses to start, or the most the highest ROI businesses to start. You can search different key terms to try to determine what businesses are available out there for you to start that, you know, maybe take the least amount of money to start or the least amount of energy to start, but have the highest return. And then you need to determine if that's something that you're capable of understanding and developing and moving forward with. Again, if you guys need help trying to start a business or trying to, you know, create passive income, or you're just struggling through the day to day, you know, building your business, feel free to reach out to me. I'll give you advice. I'll give you help. I'll introduce you to the right people to help you. You know, none of the people I'm going to introduce you to are going to ask you for money. We don't ask for money. We don't ask for really anything in return. We just want to see people succeed, and watch people, you know, live their best lives. I know that sounds crazy, that people are out there that actually care enough to want to help others freely, but you know, you don't see me selling anything on here, and you never will. So hopefully you guys are able to use this information, determine, you know, where you want to be in your lives, determine what's the best business for you to get into, really think it through so you don't end up putting yourself in a situation where you don't have enough money to complete your business, or you don't have the time restraints and your business fails. You know, these are the reasons business fail. People just don't have the time to put into it. They don't have the money. You know, they haven't thought it through. So make sure you take the time, think it through, figure out what you want to do, and, you know, good luck.